Hi everyone, today I will show you the application of whatever you have learned from my previous videos on dashboard creation series all about chart elements. On the same line chart showing actual and planned sales, I'll show you how we can make actual line label dynamic like this as and when we add any new sales for the next month. And what if we wish to show the gap in percentage on the same line chart? Let's have a look on it. Let's create a simple line chart. To show a data series label moving, let's first give data labels to our actual series. Now, if I'll add, let's say 1000 in June month, you will see the line move towards June and gives it 1000. But what if I place 0 in place of 600 for April month? What would happen? The line dropped. But yes, you can still see this 0. Or I just delete this 0 as well from here. Then you will see a break in line. Not to show the break in the line, we should keep 0 instead of leaving the cell blank. But see what happens. Line dropped sharply to 0, making line look zigzag. But I want line which doesn't show me 0 value here, nor it should drop like this. In this case, we have NA. NA returns the error value, which means value not available. So if I apply it, see what happens. We can still see this line without any break in the line, but yes, because there is no number on it, and that's the straight line without break. So that means if, for example, so what eventually I would do to have just name of data series label. If I go to data labels, more options, I want to insert series name. You will see I'm getting series name for all of my line. If this is an A till this number, I'll get only series name for the last value. Let's make one more table for actual. So what we would need to add? We wish to have an A till these cells. This complete data range should be an A, and I want my number which is 1000 here. So to make it dynamic, what formula I can apply here? Let's think and do it. There is no value after 1000. So we can have a formula like this. If B5 is not empty, give it an A, that means value not available, else give this value. Let's press enter. We have got our N here. Let's click and drag this formula. So in this case, we have got NA for our first 5 cells and 1000 here, but for here it is still 0. Why it is still 0? Let's check for this particular cell. It says B11, if B11 is not empty, then give NA, else B10. So it has given B10 here, which is 0 in this case. If it is nothing, it is 0 in Excel. We need to test one more logical test here, like, or I can test if B10 equals to empty. It would test two statements, this or that. If this is not fulfilling, we should go to the next criteria, which should be B10 equals to empty. One of the logical tests should be true. So if I'm fine with this, then I'm pressing enter. We have got NA here. That's what we wanted. So let's have this formula on whole of this range, or B5 not empty and B4 equals to empty, then NA, otherwise it should be B4. It should give the actual sales number. Pressing enter, dragging this to all of my data range. Now we have got what we wanted. Now what I can do, just remove this actual sales from here. Add one more line. You can click on the chart, go to design, select data, and you can add a series name which is actual and the series values. Press OK. OK. You cannot see any line here because we do not have numbers for these lines, but yes, we have for this particular line. So we can go from data labels, more options, and we can switch to series actual, which is now I can see 1000 here. I can click on this 1000. I'll go to label options. Now I can write series name and can remove value from here. Let's delete these numbers for planned and actual. See, we have got actual here. Let's increase its size to have good view on it. Now next comes our planned line, planned data series line. So let's go on its data labels as well. More options. I want series name for this particular line as well. No values to be shown. You can delete all these lines from here. Because planned sales line is not dynamic one, so we can do it manually. We have deleted all the planned sales series name and kept only the last one here. Let's format it, format printer. Now they're looking similar. Now if I add more of the sales, actual sales, like for July month it is 1700, for August month let's say it is 2000. You can see lines moving, plus this data series label is also dynamic in nature now. Now because we have everything on a line chart, we won't require this legend here. We can delete it. We may also delete this grid lines. We can have a suitable title here, which could be planned versus actual sales. So we now know that these are the planned sales and actual sales. We can also remove these sales here. For this to happen, we need to change our series name as planned. This is how we have made simple, dynamic, moving data series label, data series line. Now to have percentage gap between actual and planned sales. First, obviously, we need to do certain calculations on it. Now to have a gap percentage, let's create one more column, gap, with the name gap percentage. Now let's do it. Actual sales minus planned sales divide by planned sales. Change its number format, which should be percentage. Drag it down. Now I can see we are getting minus 100 percentages because we have nothing here. To have an A here, we can apply again same if formula. If actual sales is equals to empty, then give an A, else calculate this formula. Enter. Now just drag it down. We are fine with this particular column. Now to have this gap percentage on our series, as explained earlier, let's go on data labels, more options, label options, remove the value, and we can have values from cell. Let's click it, provide these values. Okay, you can see now we have this gap percentage on our actual line series. We can, yes, I think label position should be left to have complete view of it. Now if I add 3000 or revenue for September month, we can see the changes here, plus with positive gap between planned and actual. So like this, you can showcase your data in front of your management or while creating any report that should be dynamic in nature plus eye appealing. Thank you for watching my channel. To get instant notifications of my videos, do subscribe my channel. Also share knowledge as much as you can. Waiting to hear from you. Bye.